Action speaks louder than words.
What are the actions?
Don't be deceived by fancy talkers.
But if you come and call Honorable Agyapong or you fancy talker, one can say 7 years, you still found see or book the ultimate year mass one before.
What got in parliament for 28 good years, who got to Bruchire for several years. One more bra, Agyapong number one more bra. Now, what do we need bread ever be seeking Agyapong so?
Agyapong is a fancy talker?
I've not said so.
One cherry, they have been one and America crack. God, the better to bump in cow 1 year wedding in Ano.
Opposition for now you're leader our parliament. You couldn't use your influence to even get the interchange in your constituency fixed.
Grassroots person.
Grassroots. He's grassroots in his head.
There's been a lot of talk about in the past 48 hours or so. The allegations or comments I've heard on social media suggest that you've suddenly switched camp. You've moved from Bawumia's camp to Ken's camp. Is this something you're able to confirm or otherwise?
It's not true. I've not moved from any camp to any camp. I remain where I am.
Which is?
I remain where I am. Can I be ungrateful to Dr. Bawumia after making me the running mate? What kind of human being would be so ungrateful? I have not moved any camp. What I've done is to try and unite the party against whoever emerges as the flag bearer of the MPP. There's only one person who's going to emerge as a flag bearer. And the experience of the last election wasn't that good. There was so much infighting. Some people who are now claiming to be flag bearers may have said things that didn't go well for the party. And I hope it doesn't happen again. That's why the party has learned its lessons and decided to choose this flag bearer very early so that we can heal our wounds and forge on to make 2020 a better elections, better control than all of us.
Doug, it's alleged that you ran a poll on your Facebook, on your social site. Did you see those comments?
Yes, I've seen it, I've read it, it's been posted to me. I know I'm not on social media. So people go and read and hear and they call me or they send it to me on WhatsApp. That's the only one I am on about what is happening. But no, I don't do polls.
Have you heard from Agyapong after this? Because it looked like his team, his people are running with the whole pictures and saying that, well, they welcome you to their camp with the post you made.
In fact, I spoke with Ken yesterday. He had an issue that he discussed with me as a brother and as a junior brother, and we had a lovely chat. And he is not on social media, just like I am. He even just recently went on WhatsApp. So he didn't know. When I told him that this is what his people were posting, he was furious. It's not true. Nothing. You see, I want us to have a good fight amongst ourselves, a good debate, nothing negative, because whatever it is, somebody will emerge victorious. I'm not sure going to take images from one social media and twisting and misrepresenting will do good to anybody. Right? If it's not in a spirit of reconciliation and togetherness and unity that we are building, anybody you do such a thing to will come out strongly. And I know Ken was not involved because I spoke to him the following morning and he didn't know what was happening because he's not on social media. But yes, some members who are more Ken than Ken himself. It just happens.
They are connected.
It just happens in every grouping. There are some people who are in the group more than the group leader itself. It happens everywhere. So some people took it on themselves to take images. See, my team, I understand, posted nearly 20 images of various scenes at the stadium, including the VIP lounge, including the supposedly presidential hopefuls. It's only MPP that somebody can say I'm a presidential hopeful, no nomination hasn't been opened. It's interesting. Some of us sit back and enjoy it. But really, the party hasn't even opened or closed nominations. How can you call yourself a presidential aspirant? But there were people who called themselves presidential. So we've heard some of them, if we wanted to speak, and almost all of them had access to the people in the stands. They went greeting and things like that. So the whole atmosphere in Legon was collegial. It was exciting. The buzz was fantastic. Little did we expect people who are working on people's behalf to start misbehaving that way. That doesn't bring unity. That doesn't bring a spirit of collaboration or cooperation amongst hopefuls or candidates.
people have said that it was very unfair for the party to allow Dr. Mohammed to speak when the other people who are supposedly going to be running with him were not given the opportunity.
I just said, the party hasn't even opened nominations for people who want to run. Has the party opened any nominations? So how can you tell that even for those who have decided that they will run, when the time comes, they will really able to file?
But it looks like the party is even considering them already, because I heard they had a meeting with the people who want to run. So, I mean, the party is already giving them a room to operate.
I think if the party is, then it is wrong. If the party is, then it is wrong. And I mean, really, if the party is, then it is wrong. You are allowing people to start campaigning and running and doing all sorts of things way before the baton, way before the start line is even drawn. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that some of the people who have indicated they would run would even run when the time comes. I'm not really sure. Who knows tomorrow?
What you know now,
Yes.
are those who have already declared that they will be running.
Who has declared?
Agyapong has declared that his intention to run.
Yes.
Brian Champon has declared his intention to run.
Yes.
Educhum has declared his intention to run.
Yes.
Agyapong, I just passed by his campaign office with his huge billboard for president.
Yes.
Yeah, he's declared that he will run.
You mentioned Kennedy.
I'm sorry, Agyapong.
Okay.
I'm saying Agyapong. I just passed by his campaign office.
Okay.
Just by the roadside on the ring road.
Yeah.
So he has also declared his intention to run. Among the five I just mentioned, you must have done by the analysis. If that's all you have,
Yes.
holding the rest constant, because you don't know that.
Yes.
You must now know who is going to be your biggest threat and how you strategize to outweigh it.
Not necessarily.
So you haven't done that analysis.
No, we'll be doing it, but it's cyclical, you know, and on daily basis maybe you'll be running through it. Why? Because you see, in 1998, the last person to declare his intent to contest, President Kufuor was in the race already, but the last to declare his intent to contest was Kufuor. He placed second. Others had declared earlier on that they were going to contest, but when the whistle got blown, right, the others fell by the roadside, and Kufuor emerged as you know, the second person. He was the runner-up to Kufuor, and that is why I think that we should tarry a while. That is not to write anybody off. No, certainly not. If you are a strategist, you are looking at whoever is emerging, his strengths and weaknesses, and you also assess your own position, what are your own strengths.
But you've done that assessment already, the strengths and weaknesses of those who have already declared.
Well, to a large measure.
And you're confident that your man still holds the upper hand?
By the grace of God.
In spite of Ken's very strong popularity among the base of the party, the
I see.
file
I see.
of the party.
Well, you are saying so.
You disagree?
You are saying so.
I'm asking whether you disagree with what I just said.
Action speaks louder than words.
What are the actions? What actions?
You are old enough to remember the lyrics of Jimmy Cliff.
Yes.
Right? Action speaks louder than words. Don't be deceived by fancy talkers. Thank you.
Agyapong is a fancy talker?
I've not said so. I'm just playing back the music of Jimmy Cliff to us.
But you don't.
When you go back to the studio, please play it for me.
I will. But you don't dispute that he has a very strong affinity with the base of the party, the grassroots.
Who is the... Look, if you're talking about a grassroots, I'm a grassroots man. I started with this party in 1992.
You may have started there, but you're an establishment. You represent the establishment.
And I represent the grassroots as well.
Yeah, but that's where you started. That's not where you are.
If I were disconnected with my grassroots at Swami, I couldn't have, on 7 consecutive occasions, been their representative. I'm a grassroots person. Yes. I don't dispute the fact that he may also have his own connection with the grassroots. After all, he also contested 6 times his constituency, right? When he left, he surrendered the seat to the NDC.
But you're comparing...
When I left, as I maintained the seat for the MPP.
Yes, but you're...
So in terms of grassroots connect, let's overhype our strength. Don't let anybody over-exaggerate his strength. Action, as I've told you, speaks louder than words. I don't, listen to fancy talkers. I'm not saying he's a fancy talker. I'm saying I don't listen to fancy talkers. Let's get down there.
Agronomy.
This is the third time I should say to you, thou sayest.
I want to return to the conference and something related.
Right.
Which is your decision to abolish the so-called superdelegates. By your constitution, it's the special delegates Congress. And I want to take you back to 2007. I was in University of Ghana covering, and you were there too.
Yes.
And on the back of the acrimony, you decided to introduce this measure to try and deal with the acrimony. So wherever you have a field of more than 5 people, you have your special delegates who convene to shortlist. Now that
was 2009.
2000. That's when you went to the conference.
Yes.
But I'm talking about the trigger for that was 2007. What happened at University of Ghana?
Yes.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So the 2007 was the reason why 2009 became necessary.
Right.
Yes. But you decided now to go back to what used to be. Now, even if it's 20 people, from what I understand, the outcome of Saturday, they all go to one primary, elected by everybody else.
Yes.
What has changed? First of all, do you agree with the majority?
Personally, I don't.
You don't, okay.
Yes. You see, in 2009, I, as the main proponent of that amendment, proposed that the number should even be 3. And the reason why we made that proposal was that, you see, in any political party, you have 3 strands. In a political party, we may have the hawks, we may have the conservatives, then we may have the moderates. So in any political party, you have these 3 segments. I wanted our discourse in the party to really relate to these matters, so that we move away from personality cults building in the party. Unfortunately, when it came to effecting the amendment, on the spur of the moment, Dan Boche, who at the time was that the General Secretary? I think he had led the seat. He was the one who started the momentum. Oh, let me associate myself with my chairman, my regional chairman. He was the one who started the movement to go against that proposal and rather increase it to 5, which is what found expression in the Constitution. Today, people are saying that, oh, let's do away with it. In principle, I disagree. And I thought that if we are going back, then there's no need to now say that, oh, then if nobody out of maybe the number garners more than 50 plus 1, then we do a second round involving the first 2. In that regard, then we'll say that the first past post. If you're allowing for as many as possible to enter the fray, it's going to be a prodigal waste of our time. And the most popular at the time who emerges then should be the person to be crowned. You don't want a situation where somebody garners about 45%, somebody is in a distant second, garners about 10%, the rest of them are struggling to have 2-3%, and they all come together to undo the one who has the popularity. They gang up against him.
Because he didn't cross 50.
Because he didn't cross 50. I disagree with that. I disagree. But of course, it's the decision of the party. It's attracted, should I say, consensual approval. So I should stick by it for the time being. But in principle, I disagree. But that is the decision of the party.
But that then poses a significant hurdle now for Dr. Bawumia, because he now must necessarily get 50 plus 1 and cross it.
Yes, that's it.
And the larger the field, the more difficult it is to do that, because everybody else is going to take 100 votes here.
Yes. That's the point I'm making.
Does that worry you that it may pose a challenge for him?
Oh, I don't. You
think he has what it takes?
I don't blink an eye over that. I think that he has what it takes
to cross 50 plus 1, regardless of how many people join.
Yes, as I said, he's a man of the moment, and regardless of whatever anybody does, I believe that he will still emerge. I want a situation where he will be able to garner more than the percentage he garnered the previous time, and perhaps attain close to about 70%. If he does that, uniting the party behind him will not be difficult.
If he doesn't?
If he doesn't and wins by the 50 plus 1 that we are even talking
Barely
about.
crosses the line.
Yes. Then it gives the impression that, he's not carrying the entire party behind him. Right.
He needs an Akufo-Addo victory. That kind of very emphatic.
Very emphatic victory.
But you know, knowing the party that you know, and what I observe from outside, that the current arrangement, the quality and strength of the people in the race, it seems highly unlikely that he gets 70%. Highly unlikely that he even gets 55%. Because this is a man that when he was a vice president, with all the resources, the state machinery, everything, that the incumbent president has endorsed it, he still struggled to reach 60, 70.
Did he?
He didn't get 70.
No, I'm saying, did the incumbent president at the time?
Well, did he? He had his tacit support. He did definitely. I mean, it was a no.
I'm just
tell me, did Akufo-Addo support him then?
Well, you are saying, you are putting.
I'm asking you. I mean, I'm
you made a definitive statement. That's what I'm asking you.
Well, I'm rephrasing now. Having given me that answer, which possibly shows that I may be wrong, did Akufo-Addo support him in last year?
He was the president and he was his vice president.
So did he support him?
I want to believe so, but it's difficult for me to really state that case. I want to believe.
Well, what's difficult about it? You were Minister for Parliamentary Affairs.
Yes, he never told me that. He never told me that. And he never told this at cabinet. At cabinet, he was always insistent that anybody who emerged victorious, he was going to support.
Yeah.
I didn't say so on one occasion.
Asamba na ke Mensah bonsu ka no. Oye panyini, ye bunu say ayi panyini. But enyema bi wo ho senka se the Bible kan ye no. Senka okana no tumu a, nke be bunu so ye nyansani. Ba bia na mfie na du no, aka kakra se bi na wafiri asase so. Ompa japade am tutu to pa bia.
Ba na kire o, ono tro man kola no kwa na efa no kwei. San krofo no mo aben o mo ho.
Oh abeku, oni hute. O tumi, Buhari awu. Buhari, una wo tumi wo sikase ni Buhari. Wawu ko ayi Jonkuma, wawu okọ. Eneskumi, tie Mensah bonsu Eneskumi akura kitu ekura wo ni sika du Eneskumi o. Ba Eneskumi awu ko. Chairman Rollins, now wo tumi se ni Chairman Rollins. When na ben se Chairman Rollins okuru mu ha. Even upon say Chairman Rollins spiritual lawyer strong no, physically. Onna na o kasa na radio, ensi ya radio no tumi free soro ebe bo form. Ono kwa ko. What are you talking about? When are you our powers? Esno Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. When are no one nimdie? Esno Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Where we call Professor Mills. When are no brand wants to send Professor Mills. When are they ask to be here send Professor Mills. Professor Mills we call. So Mensah bonsu. When cherebo jaya adwemone no kamera kakra aka no. Nko de beda subampa di nka woni a wadi ni nyina no. Na nka Nyankopon hunu mobɔ de akyɛw. But afei ko de na wo hye mu kena. Afei na wo hye mu kena. That comparative analysis, if he's doing that comparative analysis, he should do that comparative analysis with a constituency in Ashanti region, not a constituency in different region. A year 50-50, not even a year dominated by other political party. So what you say?
Yeah.
Japan no more no, and not even NDC for two abamano. That was the message here. NDC for Ghana for catch the MPP for say somebody can Japan by 2024 can Japan on ye NDC ni nanso ne ho donti ye NDC for ye beto abama no. That was the message. Asobrache adwemone trimupo bone nipa bone ne nibre wa mbobra can Japan na wa mbobra wa kwatena parliament for 28 good years ukwatena buruchire for several years wa mbobra can Japan na wa mbobra na wodi wa nibre eba be sik na Japan so adai Kyei Mensah bonsu na no what is wame abeku da video no kura ofa King Jezi ai wame and na odi na Japan ho dance ye sek na Japan wo hwe the political space wona wotimi be ye president a obi o ye parliamentarian anase wo ye mayor ana governor anase wo ye vice president and Kenya Japan has been one of the top class parliamentarian apart from ono a wanyini our parliament. Kenya Japan is the next. So Kenya Japan qualifies more than the word qualified. Now another a year or something to be come after Serbia and Nippon crown qualifier, you sound to take it in a business perspective. And Kenya Japan is a very successful businessman. What be Numa or word you my for or sounds what or ye adoye philanthropy or Bob Nipa. enti eno so kura ba beka ho so can Japan qualifies more than as a Ghana for ye to ababa na ono so to lead party na de na aba enne Kyei Mensah bonsu wo se sawa no me se kana ai abeku kana Japan nyame no wo de atukrom ha ye hwede beto Kyei Mensah bonsu
Papa na say yes onwa say ne career wa end but as opese onko trafie kura na fide wenu no ho obenu no ho pa o.
Oh yeah, say akwese aboa bia bewu a opere. And ono ankasa no onim say na ne daache no aba na wie ene ewu awu nkwankwa. But onwene daache ehu say at least de na opempo antumi amamu a. Onhwe oman no ho do na onhwe party no ho do. Enye hwe. Because ye wonpanifo bebre wo ho a wode wonti age akyerema. Enye ayi sekra na yebusa abe no.
Enye obi na ekumentwi bo asiako na de ne di
akyerema. Ohwe our forefathers great leaders ayese ayabagimi bre na omunnim nyansa na yedi omo atem no. They sacrificed themselves for the birth of this country. Ene ye na yese ye nimu nyansa. Ye na yese yakosuku ye teborofo no. Ye na ye bo oman na boro. Esai oman no. Na nka wo Kyei Mensah bonsu. Wo se de wasi enya Ghana so mfaso. Nka ese wo tena se de wasi enya MPP so mfaso. Ese wo tena se e kan semwe. Na enya Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia no se yenya internal attacks no. Ema kan na no adai.
Ono a
na eba ne se na ade enkyeye na nkwanta ayira Kyei Mensah bonsu. Nti Bawumia wate ana wonte ye. Ana we de enka attacks no ho. Ana kina Japan de onye nipa. Kina Japan ye kurafo ba. Otu one de yetimi di na atem. Yetimi attack no enye internal attack. MPP for. Enti asembe mbio na yenka nkyere mo. Kyei Mensah bonsu. Ye kan nipa kina Japan ahwe won aboa won. Kina Japan fra osini aba akopɛ. Kina Japan no ankasa yi ne bottom sika hwe otse ne ba. Dia wo pɛ na wo jefri kina Japan ho. Nanti senka won support kina Japan po a. Ye di abro konkonsan sei kina Japan kyerɛ nipa. Na wanya platform kɛse wi. Enka fa kan asema be unify MPP party. Fa di Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia ho adanse ye. Na udi gu kina Japan ho fi. E di na tem because of wo pay local interest. Any to me a wo pay. Na mo kan we kina Japan a wan kasa a oye science and na mo hwa atema mudi no. Wan kasa o mo platform. Mumma platform.
Sign language keke no.
Sign language.
Omie na no.
And then mukuru kwa pai. Na woni. Sa ai blue army for na. Omo ko mo hono. Omo ba ko te kina Japan wonen. Say Bawumia ne vigilante no. Ya fra mu blue army. Omo mo hono mo kwako yo. Kwako mo. Ya se ba kwa padai ba kwa patai. No mo ani abro mo ko mo na me se fe. Obi a mo security. Mun konko boban no aduane ho na mo ko na se we de madan so mo na egu abonten
Honorable say Kyei Mensah bonsu o de bia be catch o se tama no parliament ana ye bogi ne so say Kyei Mensah bonsu say Kyei Mensah na wa restricting who to parliamentary work no na amafo ginidi pa na amafo wo confidence bi woni mo but the mere fact say otimi call 7 times I was swame no enkyere say or a grassroots person. That one is a fact. Let me put that one first. Say dynamics are asin any central region no. Say a bit and the was swame and continue go 2 times. I am telling you. Or say Kyei Mensah bonsu kwan MPP MP amahu a okọ primaries a NDC for koye campaign man no pan constituency chew. The sitting speaker of parliament Honorable Abambaben in the year 2020 was at Swami Epa MPP delegates chew say omon san for say Kyei Mensah bonsu emna parliament biem. I am telling you bisa Honorable say Kyei Mensah bonsu so no a grassroots person on me 3 constituencies onu timi just Swami to ho ekoboa sa nipa no say okwa akoye campaign aboa ne colleague MPB da onye bi da on chain so a grassroots person On chair apart from Ashanti regions are on Timija Swami ho. Etuka a call say Madame Fubi constituency ni ho chile as a semi cost spend 2, 3, 4 days. I was our constituency na me koye juma. Mumisa honorable say chairman sabun so I be dana. Why you fortunate akwada Ashanti region Swami MPP for na egu constituency num. Upon Unyama 1 year the papa nyina they were still voting for you. One kasa wo ka asem say what 7 terms our parliamenter, what the majority leader, and the minority leader. Swami interchange by this time and here necessary bo esi ho. One kasa 7 years no, yes if found say si obo ka de utimi ye ma Swami fo a. E de na betimi aka. Honorable say chairman Sabonsu before local parliament. No was shop e was Swami magazine. Bisa say the colleagues are no more turn yama okra no. And there's someone to abama na, ombeto amana na. What is his relationship with the Swami magazine people? What is his relationship? What you say? Ope MPD 2020. Odu wane e pamono.
Baby and shop.
Me so mo panabo. Oba boss chairman Sabonsu. Na yeka MPA our grounds on ne man for eye juma. He can't count himself as one of them. Yes, parliamentary work, yes, he was doing it. But he was not in touch with the people at the grassroots. Ahotia on Kasemientia, or no, etimi retaining the seat, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, surrender the seat, NDC. We thought to say he's so incompetent as to call himself as a grassroots person. And Honorable Ken, was he on any ballot paper in the 2024 parliamentary elections? Was Honorable Ken on any ballot paper? Did you see Honorable Ken's posters vying for MP for Asin Central in 2024? So why must you come out to throw dust in the eyes of the people who say he surrounded his seat for NDC? Openia who respect our party num, say all support obi our party num. Men throw nyang obi ho. This is when and throw any sebi and sem hua and kofobinam kromuka say Honorable Ken entimiam protect seats na MPP. Honorable Ken was not the parliamentary candidate for MPP in the 2024 elections. In fact, the internal elections are elected parliamentary candidates Emma MPP in Asin Central. Honorable Ken was not involved. Nobody can say Honorable Ken na our preferred candidate bia na our supporting. He was neutral because seat Honorable Ken, let me put this on record. Ebia omo nimu no mu say Asin North then 1992 was won by NDC. 1996 was won by NDC. The very first time MPP winning Asin North seat then the year 2000, which Honorable Ken Agyapong wrestled the seat from NDC. And let me put this on record. The Honorable Ken is the only MPP member of parliament for both Asin North and Asin Central. The only MPP member of parliament for Asin North and Asin Central. Seat the year 2000, or holding on to the seat for 24 solid years. He never lost parliamentary election. He never lost party primaries. Sometimes occur unopposed. What you say?
Otimi constituency or no campaign.
Yes. Ofi constituency no more for 24 years. Now was 70 schools our constituency no. Honorable say chairman Sabonsu kwande and one about out because say Honorable Ken and the born the business school be na opese osi wo swame otimi siye. He calls himself a grassroots person. He calls himself a grassroots person. Say any party mpenidia obedi wo parliamenta anka MPP for a bad former juma anka omontie edin wo say chairman Sabonsu da. E parliament ana propelling the din no amna kodu ba bia dri ba e ba e form say yensi form entia techenye ye ho enkoye party adwuma ona bo say chairman Sabonsu offer picture mpo embra say na obi achimpo ewo kumase hwa say no ebia nhia so anase bantama awokwakoyewe obewo ba bia uhu Honorable chairman Sabonsu ewo any constituency bia rally ekoso a na odi presidential candidate achi no ko ho uhu Honorable chairman Sabonsu constituency bia adada nsoame a na presidential candidate na achi ana odi ko ho
so no obi tu anotiem
me say ono as a person When you selfish to the sense supporting Onagasa na Shanti region colleagues no.
When selfishness.
Chairman sir, ana make sure say Onabo Ken who city be a hot. Say be this constituency my party na. O see from ekoho no akoboa. We have seen Honorable Ken across all constituencies in Ghana. Yahuno name it. Constituency ben ho den Honorable Ken ho. Bebia etu mema. You see, obema ne de oyeden ukotia no abese. And Honorable Ken won sin so mass waham. Enti se bebi akonsu ne di fatano a. Fatana kono enya kwankwan ya se de to spa ne dame. What I say? What is Swami magazine na MPP for twa ho ahia. Wo ba wo ambo ne ato abama. What I say? Oba ne ato abama na wo luti ho hyen na wonam na wo de genchia che Mensah bonsu e say ono oye grassroots. I'm telling you deceiving ho. Opayem biemu so ono on contest presidential primacy here baby no fa form. Say the constituency Swami kwa won lusu a.
Obia wa DMP of 57
on challenging wait, this is a small scientific exercise and person oye on born whom so 9 people before being nomination say ye per member mo be party nanim on chairman sabo so go fa form
why minority leader pay why majority leader pay
na say no there
in fact he has been in charge of government business in parliament
me say
on team form as a presidential
Osrompo me say ade aboa na bo chairman sabo so pa ni nipa otu ne for say bebe wadru no na nkobiem sanko ye na adwen say or contest 2024 parliamentary election was Swami pan game people lose seat I am telling you the only consolation people for nyae e de to abama MPP was Swami they say na chairman Sabos was not on the ballot paper say no trinity fear keke kra wo paper no half kra and can people lose seat no because now he has lost touch with the people of Swami now what's that parliament for 7 terms 28 years now constituency President Kufuor be president for 8 years ni nyina na wo mu bi President Kufuor be president for 8 years ni nyina na wo mu bi opposition for ba nyina now you leader our parliament you couldn't use your influence to even get the interchange in your constituency fixed
grassroots person
his grassroots in his head or a grassroots person in his head not on the ground or person or try so your bema yes every mema or the saying abuaje no there be opa one try so opportunity what I say you the respect amount as party penny what a parliamentary leader for a long time obi amount that respect but if you come and call Honorable Agyapong or your fancy talker and then Honorable Ken aka e wo Ghana ha ubetimi aka say Honorable Ken oka ne kwa wantimi anye
ohun nipa no say ne competence no endru standard or no
eno kwa ye cheek of high standards what I say Honorable Chairman Sabons what is his yardstick of measuring competence you should come and tell us say na the competence ya trouble board so na say Honorable Chairman Sabons and kwara na good school dem the meaning of competence we relating it to Honorable Agyapong there na wetimi aka fa ho
or a political strategist
political strategist Emma Wine. Is Honorable Chairman Sabons trying to tell me say all the presidential aspirants are the known one, the potential ones. Honorable somebody who has been the vice president of Bank of New York. You tell me this person is incompetent? Somebody who has become Ghana's energy minister and then Kufuor. I will be able to say even the short time Krobedi minister energy ministry no. Mr. One Honorable Wachejaku was at the parliamentary vetting committee. He dazzled them. Honorable Jaku, Afena MPs you tell me such a man is incompetent because you are supporting Baumia, so you are labeling Honorable Wachejaku as incompetent.
Engineer Kwabena Japan.
Oh, Kwabena Japan asem. Kwabena Japan. Yen Kwabena Japan. The modern MPP party, he was the first presidential press secretary to President Kufuor. You are telling me Kwabena Japan is incompetent. An engineer, somebody who has led the engineering fraternity in Ghana. You are telling me Agyapong is incompetent because you are supporting Baumia?
Honorable Brian Champon.
Brian Champon, he's a PhD holder. Chairman Sabonsu, PhD and best friend Biadu Akoto. Also, the uncle PhD, near Dr. Antonio. You are telling me somebody who has what school, what PhD? What I say? You are telling me Brian Champon is incompetent. Somebody who owns the biggest hotel in Africa. The biggest hotel in Africa. I'm not talking about West Africa. The whole of Africa. Bernard Champon's hotel is the biggest. You are telling me this person is incompetent because you are supporting Baumia? Nanka wo Bernard Champon or Swami Mananka Anka Okrano Unsi in Hene. What I say? For Dr. Preku. Since 1992, our MPP before started said Dr. Preku didn't pay MPP Muda. He is the only one that contested presidential primaries than any other presidential aspirant in MPP. Only President Kufuor contested that. Only Kufuor that contested that. Bebre. Obi and MPP, including Kufuor, our presidential primaries more than Dr. Preku. You are telling me such a man is incompetent? Go and read Dr. Preku's doctoral thesis, and you tell me such a man is. What you say? Now over catch them and say, Dr. Baumia competent than all of them. Now let me tell you what. Yes, Anna, he exposes Dr. Baumia to a lot of critics. What you say? Say on this argument in bar. On my crime, my mouth also a cheat Dr. Baumia at the beginning. Now yes, also the track record. Nobody is saying Dr. Baumia is not a learned person. Baby, I don't know. Yanka say Dr. Baumia unqualified to be a president of Ghana.
He do.
Somebody who has become the deputy governor of Bank of Ghana. It's not a small post. While rising Ababeye, the vice president of Ghana, Dr. Baumia in the history of MPP has participated in presidential elections than any other person in MPP. Onokwako elections 4 times as running mate with Kufuor. And what's called presidential election as a flag bearer 1.
He has been involved in 5 consecutive times elections.
Yes, that is where sometimes I catch them go for say, I am marketability, and I'm here, Mr. Nobody in MPP and about called presidential elections 5 times, 4 as running mate, 1 as a presidential candidate than Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And to your known face, you start marketing no party card. Thomas started marketing Dr. Baumia and MPP. No any party card. And your marketing, and to some of the corner and plan, yanko. So it's not about marketability. The word is acceptability. Acceptability. In marketing, marketing product you go and look at marketing in misankum yeti has a say so be an adwen say okwa produce buta abeto Mackenzie tia e bi oba bukari mkwa no benya na obeto. What I say? There's a market, no target, no, and no more here buta. And this outcome now can say, okay, what do you want to see cantino? Per se, produce Niama, now the call good baby or monpa. You cannot superimpose your product on any other market. Rather, you produce to suit the demands of that market. What I say? And it's not like you're marketing, oh, marketing, and the course is saying.